Going live then. Going live. Live. You're live! Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the Steam Deck. So it's May the 4th, so May the 4th be with you, classic Star Wars Day. So I said, what a better way to do that than testing Battlefront 2 on the Steam Deck. It's now a great game now that they removed all the microtransaction trash, so it's actually playable a few years ago. And I wanted to play it also, so how are you guys doing? Also, if you want to check out Jedi Survivor or Jedi Fallen Order on the Steam Deck, links in the description. Fallen Order got a mod recently, a month ago, that almost fixes stutter, so I recommend you check that out. Hey, no, Tata. I'd say this game aged well. I agree. Yeah, definitely. Jesper Valentine, how's it going, guys? Happy to see you here. So, due to this day, there's sales on the Steam store on everything Star Wars. This is in Uruguayan pesos, that's why the numbers are so big. But it's very cheap right now. If you don't want to buy it though, you can pay for EA Play on Steam and you have access to Battlefront 2, which is also a good option. And the classic Battlefront games are also available, but they are old PC games. Hey, Archiver, I remember you asking, remember me? That's all I remember. Since when have you been here, man? Thought the multiplayer is kinda dead. Well, there's bots. That's why I wanted to play it also. So you also have the classics if you want to buy them. Pinball VR, so random. And yeah, all this. Force Unleashed, these ones, I might play those as well, we'll see. And the classics. So there's tons of Star Wars games now on Steam, on sale. So very cheap, everything. But the Battlefront 2 is marked as not compatible, and that's not true. It actually works. Razer's underrated. Haven't played it. So it's marked as incompatible or unsupported, and it says Valve is still adding on support for the Steam Deck. So we selected Proton Experimental. And the thing with this is that the game actually works great on the Steam Deck. I think it's marked as incompatible because of the EA app, but now with Proton Experimental it works. You play Razer on N64? Damn. Louis G, how's it going? Happy to see you here. It's been a while since I saw that ghost profile picture. Okay, so as you can see, when you launch the game, you get the EA Play app. That it takes a few minutes to set up itself, but once you do it for the first time, you just get this screen right now, and that will make it log in with your account automatically, so it will take a few minutes. But the EA app sometimes doesn't work. That's why Proton Experimental is necessary. Sometimes it doesn't work because of that. But now with the new update to Proton, it works again. So you gotta give it a few seconds. So yeah. But I like to show you real life results, so here we are. It'll take a few seconds, don't worry. But it's frustrating. Maybe Battlefield 1 next time? Yes, I will. Battlefield 1, I played it on the Steam Deck. It's more of a 40 Hz experience, honestly. 60 is impossible with this CPU, unfortunately. You've been watching for at least 4 years, but your old account was suspended for some reason. Sorry to hear that. Try contacting Team YouTube on Twitter. They're usually active there. Come on, EA app, you got this. Will you be testing more games on the 3060? Not really. I don't have a 3060 anymore. I will be doing more of a 2070 Super thing. Yeah, I was having major issues today. Really? Today? I was playing yesterday. Why? Not a good time to do that, EA. What the hell? Let me try it one more time. A few more times, actually. The EA app is a nightmare on the Steam Deck. Today you finished The Last of Us Part 1. So how was it? Have you played the original on PlayStation 3? Let's see if it actually wants to show up. In the meantime, let's hide this. Imagine that Battlefield 1 is mostly 60 on the PS4. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Battlefield 1 aged so well. What happened to DICE? It's a mess today. No! Why? Let me check on my main computer. Today people are probably in the Star Wars mood. Probably. Okay, lost connection. That's not an issue. Okay, at least something showed up on the screen. That's good news for me. Okay, yeah, the EA app is fricked today. That's okay. We can make it work somehow. That's hilarious though. Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Let's check Twitter in the meantime. One moment. EA. Okay, nothing about it. Replies. Yeah, no. EA app. It's funny. The most looked up thing is EA servers. This is 2 times always down or something. EA app is down. That's okay. I think, guys, do you know if Battlefront 2 works on the Epic Games Store? Actually, has the EA app is necessary on the Epic Games Store version? Epic Store Battlefront 2 requires EA app. Oh no. Oh, that sucks. I'll find a way, don't worry. It requires it? Ah. That sucks. Oh no. Are you going to try the ROG Ally? ROG Ally? I don't think so. It's probably not going to arrive to my country. Sí, ya lo probé, trans. Funciona un poco mejor. It's pretty funny. In Star Wars, they, although it's been 6 hours, why is it not working yet? Down in Kyiv, Ukraine again. Oh, it's down again. Okay. See, this is one of the reasons DRM shouldn't exist. This is one of the reasons. Because the servers are down and you cannot play. It's being done right now. Okay, no worries. I'll still spend time with you guys. Let's play Force Unleashed in the meantime. Force Unleashed 2. This probably doesn't require the EA app. Okay, terms of use. In the meantime, to play something. For 3 hours, there are non-stop problems with EA servers. Okay, gotcha. Thanks, guys. It shouldn't take long to download this. It's only 10 gigabytes. I have a good internet because I'm a YouTuber. I invest my money on internet speed. Marco Antonio Ibarra Berneo, ¿todo bien? I'm going to change the title to Force Unleashed 2 and plus Battlefront 2. Are we going to test Diablo 4 beta next week? If there's no queue to get in, count me in. But the queue, the previous time I tried it, was like 2 or 3, no, sorry, 6 hours. So, no way in hell I'm doing it. Yeah, the EA app cannot handle this much traffic. It's because EA doesn't have any money. I mean, they're an indie company, guys, come on. So we got Force Unleashed 2 plus Battlefront 2. While we wait for Battlefront to work, we're going to play Force Unleashed. That's pretty funny. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Yeah, despite all the issues with microtransactions, it's now playable. But at the same time, it's not playable because the servers are down. Is tech hardware compatible to a PS4? Not really. The PS4 is faster, but the Steam Deck doesn't target 1080p. So, but some games that are not on PS4 are on the Steam Deck, so that's good. Does Origin still exist? Yeah, but it's not 100% compatible. They're basically shutting it down. El Rogue Ally se ve interesante, pero al parecer es más potente, pero no... Si jugás a 15 watts sin comerte la batería, se queda bastante atrás. Así que no sé. Some people are asking me about the ROG Ally, and, well, the ROG Ally looks super interesting. And the thing is, if you're going for the 15 watt TDP, it's not that great. So if you want to play with the full TDP, your battery will die. But if you're plugging it in, that's great. Battlefront 2 only on DX11. Yeah, I don't know why. Well, I tried on DX12, and just like Battlefield 1, DX12 is not working great. So Battlefront 2, I tried DX12 actually yesterday when I was playing it, and the game crashed. I couldn't start it. I had to delete the config file on the Steam Deck. So on the Steam Deck, it doesn't even launch in DX12. Even if you installed Origin before, then it forces you to install the EA Play app. Yeah, that changed that. They changed that basically like 3 months ago. You were able to play on Origin, but then they shut it down like 3 months ago. Yeah, too bad. Jedi can survive, but not the EA server. Exactly. Well, actually, it cannot survive because without the EA server, you cannot play the game. What is your internet connection? Is it LTE? No, it's my Wi-Fi. But I have fiber and I pay the most expensive plan in my country. It's like a gigabit per second. So it's actually using half my connection, the Steam Deck, when downloading using Wi-Fi. So my bottleneck is the Steam Deck storage, actually. Okay. So according to Valve, it's not supported. Let's find out. Let's select Proton Experimental. And let's see what happens. How much per month? $100 a month. In my country, I mean, it's the most expensive one, but they upgraded each year. Last year, it was 500 megabits per second. I mean, a year later, they give me a gigabit. So I rather pay extra. And I get Star Plus as well for free with that plan. So big plus for me. Also, RAM usage is crazy high. Yeah, it uses like 10 gigabytes on Battlefront of memory. You recommend Steam Deck over $500 laptop? Depends. If you're using the laptop only for gaming, the Steam Deck is not a bad choice. You can even install Windows on it, although I do not recommend it. It's not great with Windows. I mean, you can play games. If you're looking to play games, go for the Steam Deck. I mean, a $500 laptop, I don't think you can play as well as on the Steam Deck. 1 gigabyte is 1 gigabyte or 1 gigabit? We're speaking about gigabits here. And hang on, I'm going to mute the audio for a second. So I don't get copyright. 100, they gave you 200 megabits per second in Morocco. Yeah, it used to be like that here. Okay, I'm using the Steam controller. Works fine so far. So sorry that I'm not sending you audio. That's because there's Star Wars music and I know it's super prone to be copyrighted. Okay, I'm stuck. There we go. Sorry guys. I like the music, but I don't like copyright. Okay, screen. Okay, our native resolution is there. That's great. Good news. $500 gaming laptop is with 1050 Ti. I don't know. It depends. Depends on the country. HDR rendering, yeah. Depth of field, no thanks. Glow and ambient lighting, yes. I love these options. Playing it in 2023 is like, oh yeah, global ambient lighting is not global illumination. High detail texture. Motion blur, nah. Why would I do that? Okay, so this is 800p. Ultra. Ultra. EA servers down. So in the meantime, again, while we wait for the servers to come back, we're going to be playing Battlefront 2. Battlefront 2. Ugh. Force Unleashed 2. And I won't forget FPS counter. Okay, is it locked to 30 frames per second? Really? Oh, okay, it's not. I got scared for a second. No! Frick dang it! Why do you do that, Star Wars? Hang on, guys. I don't want to get copyright. It's not skippable. Assholes. Hang on. Sorry, guys. They cannot... Okay, I'm waiting for the intro to happen. Man. I got to be super... They don't allow me to skip this part. What the hell? Yeah, the Disney snipers are coming for me. What a bunch of assholes. Also, guys, once Zelda Tears of the Kingdom comes out, I'll wait like a month or two and do a stream emulating it on PC. So we'll see the performance. That's how I avoid Nintendo from striking me down. Okay? I want to be safe. Because the ISO is already... I mean, the cartridge that I'll rip out of my hacked Switch to emulate legally on my computer will come out later on. So, yeah. It will be fun. Okay, can I skip this? No, not yet. Sorry, guys. It's either that or the live stream not happening. That's so funny. Okay, it's almost there. Sometimes I smell a forest on fire, I see the general falling, and I feel the ground shake as the starship crashes around me. I hear a woman's voice when I try to sleep. Happens sometimes. It depends on what you have on your phone while you're falling asleep. Okay, let me see if there's any music. Okay. Okay, I can skip now. Wonderful. Alright. It works now. Okay. I dodged the bullets.
You're still loyal to Vader. After he branded me a traitor and tried to kill you.
I think it's hard lock at 720. Well, it's locked at 30 frames per second. That's ridiculous. What the hell? So Star Wars games were always this bad on the PC ports? What the hell? I can't believe this is locked at 30 frames per second. Oh my god. So Star Wars PC ports were always terrible. And it uses one core. Well, it's an old game. I mean, using one core kinda makes sense, but still. What the hell? I cannot believe it. Although, the game looks pretty good, considering its age. I'm pretty surprised, actually. I'll see on the internet if there is a 60 frames mod, because this is super stupid. Yeah, the frame graph going crazy. RIP Steam Deck, yeah, basically. No, that's because it's not supported on the Steam Deck.
Yes.
Let me check if there is a 60 frames mod.
You were created to do my bidding.
I cannot believe it. Okay, there is a mod actually for 60 frames. Okay, but I gotta download it from the internet.
As I feared.
Huh.
Why is this
Interesting.
happening to me?
I can pause? No,
Accelerated
I cannot
cloning
skip that.
process is still imperfect.
Okay.
Before you went mad within
Star Wars stuttering issue age back to Jurassic period. Nintendo laughing at Connor.
but it seems
Yeah, no.
to suffer the same
No.
fate.
What will you
Oh man. Is Steam Deck good without SSD? I'm planning to buy a SD card, as SSDs are expensive. Yeah, sure. I mean, 64 gigabytes is not amazing. What I mean by that is that the shader cache, I mean, if you have an SD card, it's fine, but the shader cache is stored on the main storage, so it will be on your 64 gigabytes memory. So you gotta be a little bit careful on where you when you delete games to delete the shader cache. There's an extension for the Steam Deck that will actually let you do that. Oh, really? There was a stutter there. That's hilarious. So bad PC ports are not a first for this franchise. I'm so powerful in this game though. My favorite Star Wars character? I'm not really a fan of Star Wars. I watched the first movie, I mean Star Wars... Oh man, I forgot, it's been a while. I mean, Star Wars 4, 5 and 6 were not my first movies. It's Star Wars episode 1, 2 and 3. So I was basically watching those. And, I mean, it was part of my childhood, but it was never like a die-hard fan. I love the video games though. There was one on the PlayStation 1 that you were a Jedi that was super advanced for its time. I remember that. There's also a time where PC ports were terrible, kind of like Saints Row 2 era. Yeah, but still. I cannot believe this is 30. I'm blown away. It also seems to be locked at 720p, if I remember correctly. One watt on GPU battery. Thank you for this game. Yeah. Let's see how much battery this takes. Let me disconnect very quickly the power. You'll make this not work properly, but I'll disconnect power. Let's see how the battery fares. Okay, so now I'm plugged in directly to the battery. We're using 10 watts. Although I'm connected via HDMI, so that's probably a little bit more power. Maybe. So I have 3 hours of game. I also have a mouse and keyboard plugged in, so... Oh, LT to block enemy attacks. This never gets old. blocking the enemies. ¿Le has puesto 4 GB a la CPU de Steam Deck? ¿Vos te refieres a la memoria de video? Sí, está toda en la descripción. Guys, I made some tweaks to the Steam Deck. I did CryoUtilities. My VRAM buffer is 4 gigabytes. And that's basically it. Ugh, through the door. Although, no dismemberment, I'm disappointed. Oh, Jesus. No! 2-3 hours of battery, but with... yeah. Oh, hang on. But with 80% battery. Let me plug it back in. And let me make that frame time flat. Because I get triggered. There we go. Much better. There's some latency, but with a controller I barely notice. Is this deck verified? No, it's marked as incompatible, but you know how incompatible stuff is. But I think the Steam Deck is ideal for older games like this. I want to do the Prince of Persia franchise. Those games are ideal. I mean, imagine you're on a plane for some reason, and you want to have like 4 hours of battery. Play Prince of Persia 1 from beginning to end, and you have like 4 or 5 hours of battery. I'm terrible at the controls here. Hang on. Left bumper. I was pressing trigger. So not deck verified, but it works. Come on, attack me. I dare you. Oh yeah, I have to force push. I forget. I'm an idiot. Die. I'm trying to play this like it was Jedi Survivor, but it isn't. How this 6 FPS mode will work here? Well, guys, if you're interested, I can apply the patch right now. It might be boring, but if you're interested, I can check it out. Heard you need to download a patch? Yeah, you need. You need to do it.
You'll never leave here alive. Don't let up.
Yeah, not being able to lock it in like on Jedi Survivor is bothering me a lot. It's clearly an older game. I'm also noticing that the game is a little bit blurry. I think it's locked to 720p as well. Yeah, I mean, considering the EA servers are down. Let me check very quickly though if the EA servers are still not up. I have my computer here at the same time, so I can check. Okay, it works. The Steam Deck the EA servers work actually. Okay, I could log in. That's perfect. So guys, I hope you enjoyed Force Unleashed 2. Let's go play the other one. So if you want a mod, if you want to play at 60, you need a mod for this one. But the game looks pretty good, considering its age. And it works on the Steam Deck, you just need the 60 frames mod. You're wondering why new ones exist? Well, because people ask for them, and there's a lot of money to be made. Let's see if it launches now. So my settings for this game are medium and 6 FPS target. Yeah, the game still holds up in my opinion. Some mechanics feel old, like the I couldn't lock on into one enemy. Maybe I was missing something. So we'll see. Out of context, but is gaming chair really helpful or not? It makes you a pro gamer. I mean, of course, it helps. It made me earn like 30 frames more. Kind of crazy, if you think about it. If it wasn't for my chair, I wouldn't have this many subscribers. Thanks to my chair, everything works. Okay, are we there yet, EA? Posture is important. Yeah. But it gives you, yeah, like he says, 100% bonus. Okay. Yes, here we are. Most gaming chairs are a scam. Yeah, that's the thing. I bought the cheapest one I found. It's the X-Racer, but it was like the cheapest one. Without a doubt. Okay, options menu. Whoa. So this is basically Battlefield, the Battlefield 1 engine. Do not enable the X12 on this one because you'll suffer. The game will crash when you launch it on the X12, so my advice is to do that. A tiny bit of motion blur. Then graphics quality, I noticed that this was good enough for 50 to 60 frames in the campaign. I recommend lowering the resolution scale to like 90 to 95%. But these are basically the settings. Medium to high. Let's call this mid-high. And a tiny bit of reduction in pixel count. And you should be good to go. So I'll show you two things. First, I'll show you the campaign very quickly. And then we'll play multiplayer. If there's no servers, we're going to play with bots, because that's an option, believe it or not. So if you want to check that out, I recommend it. It was given for free like a few years ago on the Epic Game Store. So you can play it on the Steam Deck with that version as well. You just need to do some extra steps. Also, RGB increases FPS, of course. It increases FPS like 120%. And it gives you something similar to wall hacks. That's why RGB is not acceptable in tournaments.
Understood, Commander.
It's like cheating. So as you can see, the campaign now. Let me see if I did actually downgrade the graphics. No, the resolution is at 100%. So it's native resolution. I locked it to 60, but you can unlock it. But it's basically 60 frames on the campaign, with some drops every once in a while. And you can play in first person as well, which I think is the best way. And the game looks pretty good. It's kind of crazy, if you think about it. How long is the offline campaign? It's pretty short, but I'm happy that there is one. I think on the first Battlefront from EA, like this one, there was no campaign. Like 2 hours? Really? You're kidding, right? Please tell me you're kidding. 2 hours? Well, I mean, the game is so cheap now that considering the content they offer, it's fine. And also you have third person, you hold the down button on the D-pad and you get third person. And it has native controls, so the Steam Deck works fine. So I'm not sure why Valve says it's unsupported. I think it's not true. It's more like 4 hours? Okay. Okay, that makes more sense. Still shorter than Modern Warfare 2 2005.
Weapons free. Neutralize all targets.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, so this works. Another option, I think visuals are great on medium to high, but you can also do ultra settings if you want to for some reason. So you put everything on ultra except in those textures. And you use HBAO full, and you get below 60, but you can lock it to 40, and it has slightly better graphics. So that's another option. In here it says 60, but trust me that it drops below 50, like this. So this is now Ultra. .40 FPS target. Call of Duty doing the same, only 5-6 hour campaign. Yeah, but at least in Call of Duty it's a good campaign. At least in my experience. It depends. Vanguard was pretty garbage in my opinion. Yeah, it looks way better than Redfall, but it's not open world. Which, I mean, I hate that everything is trying to be open world nowadays. It's freaking stupid.
Regroup and prepare to move out.
Regrouping.
Anyway, let's jump into
We need to reach platform 4 and secure
Into
those
multiplayer?
elevators. That's our only way back to the Corvus.
well, not all Call of Duty is garbage nowadays. Not all of it.
Yes, Commander.
I'm happy though that Warzone is free,
Eviscerator.
so we cannot complain about the quality of the game.
Patching you through now.
Admiral, Inferno Squad uses that.
Yeah, no replayability on this, but one thing that it did a great job at is those co-op missions. Plus, you can play multiplayer with bots, so you can have 64 bots against you. You should do Witcher Trilogy on Steam Deck. I forgot about that one. Good point. I will. I have so many franchises to cover on Steam Deck. I also have the Dark Souls franchise. I need to do Sekiro.
Again.
So yeah, everything I tested on my main computers needs to be tested on the Steam Deck.
The Emperor
Sooner rather than later.
of our enemy.
Because there are no new games coming very soon. What do you think of the latest patch of Jedi Survivor? It improves the CPU performance, especially on the first level, but most of the issues are still there.
We'll take care of them.
Okay, let's play multiplayer. I'm going to target 60 because, you know, multiplayer. So for that, medium lighting, medium shadow, medium effect, medium post-process, mesh quality on high for draw distance, medium terrain, ambient occlusion, advanced AO. Mid, high, and we'll put 90% resolution. 95%. To help us on multiplayer. So that should be good enough.
Here, heavy weapons stash according to reports.
All right.
Get in.
Waiting for The Last of Us being repaired. Yeah, I am. I've been playing it. It's improved, but still needs a lot of work. You got this screen on your GPD Win Max in school? Awesome, man. Enjoy. Hope nobody detects you. Be stealthy. Multiplayer. Let's see if anybody is playing anything. You must be online. Really? Well, at least I'm inside the game. I cannot complain anymore, right? Failed to connect the EA server. Okay, I cannot play multiplayer, but there's bots. So I'm going to play with bots. So we're going to do Death Star. What? What is this? Never saw that map before. Is that new? That's pretty cool. Okay, so you can say how many enemy AIs are there. So we're going to put 64 enemies. 64 enemies. 32 friendlies and 31 friendlies and 32 enemies. So let's go. 1x Player Mini is good. Never heard about it. You ever tested WWE games on Steam Deck? I never did. I got bored of those games, really. But I might do it in the future. Who knows? Okay, so we're now playing multiplayer. So these are all bots. And well, the CPU is not going to like it. So this is the worst case scenario, by far. And to help the CPU a bit, let's lock it to 60. So it doesn't try to go above 60. You're playing a lot of the new Tomb Raider on Steam Deck. It looks very good there. If you're going to play with bots, I recommend not putting 32 bots on each team. That's a little bit too much. But as you can see, it's absolute chaos. But I'm happy that I can play with bots. I spent time playing this a while back. I wish every game had an option to play like this. So again, what's the limiting factor here? The CPU, basically. The CPU doesn't like this at all. I mean, the GPU is at 99%, but if you pay attention, there's the GPU clock is not 1600 MHz, and that's because the CPU and GPU share 15 watt TDP, so the GPU clock needs to drop for the CPU to do its job, and that's why we cannot maintain 60s. But if I look at everything here, the CPU is like, ah, help me! All AAA games will be broken this year, mark my words. I mean, it's been like that for a while. It's nothing new, unfortunately.
Scanning targets.
Oh, okay. Randomly, Ray showed up and killed me. You didn't see her. It's 60 frames target, by the way. But if you want to play it consistently, just play it at 40 FPS. If you want. Let's see if I fly with a ship. Oh, it's not a ship. My bad. I'm an idiot. Oh god, what the hell? What's wrong with the camera? Okay. I think this is not made for this terrain. Jesus Christ, this is horrible. I want to get out of this. No, cannot get out of it. Jesus Christ. This is horrible. How do I get out? This is so funny. No, not E, not T. No, the ping is too high. I'm playing with bots. Let me see the controls. Vehicles. Fire, look up, strafe. Exit vehicle, G. Really? G? No, F it was something else.
Lock and terminate.
Anyway. Yeah, G to get off. G from get off. I got it. Okay, so multiplayer, as you can see, if you add less bots, should be okay. And by multiplayer, I mean against bots. So instead of 32 enemy AI, you may want to put 20 versus 20. And that should improve things. Anyway, let's do arcade. Because there's battle scenarios. This was super interesting, at least when I played it. Let the Wookiees win. So you at least can play with famous characters. So these are single player things. Gexit Big. That's pretty good.
What are you looking at? I know what I'm doing.
I know what I'm doing. Yeah, yeah. Of course you do. Oh, I suck. I suck. Stream buffering? No, it didn't drop any frames. Maybe lower, deactivate the automatic resolution. At least from me, there's no buffering issues here. No drop frames. Yeah, not being first person bothers me.
Wish me luck.
My best friend has this game on PS5. Is it good? It's a lot of fun. At least if you play multiplayer. It's like Battlefield. But Star Wars. It used to be garbage, but it's much better now. And you can play against bots if you don't have any friends, or co-op if you have some friends. Co-op is actually a lot of fun as well. Yeah, it's very smooth on the deck. The thing is, when you play with bots, a multiplayer match, the multiplayer match, depending on the amount of bots, it can be a little stuttery. So if you have 32 bots versus 32 bots, you better target 40 frames. But otherwise, campaign is very short, but you can run it at 60, pretty fine. So yeah. Yeah, the frame graph is smooth. Yeah, definitely. Just look into 60 to not make the CPU do lots of work. And you also have the arcade mode that you can play with famous characters. So I think it's lots of fun. If you pay for EA Play for a month, the normal one, not even EA Pro on Steam, which is a normal EA thing, you have a month to play it. So you can scratch that Star Wars itch if you have it. Oh yeah, I love first person. Despite the servers being down, try to get into the game before the servers drop, and you should be good. But see, with less bots, it's fine. It was free in 2021. Yeah, if you have it on the Epic Game Store, you can also do it if you have bottles or Lutris. And it works pretty well. I mean, considering how good it looks, I'm surprised it runs this good. Even on parts with lots of foliage. Valve should bring some mobile games to Steam Deck. Wow, see, this looks amazing. Look at this, guys. It's cube maps mixed with screen space reflections. This is medium settings. What happened to DICE? This looks graphically so interesting. What happened on Battlefield 2042? Even Battlefield 1 looks better than 2042. They became uninspired very quickly. Instead of that, you can buy the Game Pass. Oh yeah, Game Pass. Well, the thing with Game Pass is that you get EA Play, but I'm talking about the Steam Deck here. If you have Steam Deck with SteamOS, Game Pass will only work with the cloud. You need Windows to play the good Game Pass. Although if you have the EA app, no, actually you can do that. Actually, yeah, that's true. You get EA Play, and if you install the EA app on the Steam Deck and use your Microsoft account to log in, you should probably have that available as well. Good point. Yeah, I was thinking about Xbox Game Pass, but the Xbox app. And it's actually the EA app, so it should be fine. When are the servers shutting down? I don't know. Are the servers shutting down? I mean, nobody's playing it, but there's bots. What that should do. Let's put the resolution back to 100%. There we go. Alright. Looks way better than Redfall? Yeah, well, that's not difficult. That's a very low bar to surpass. Where's the enemy? That way. Last enemies. Bye-bye. Get to the chopper. How is he still alive? What the hell? Oh, friendlies. Reap. To be honest, what matters in multiplayer is FPS quality. Is FPS quality we can compromise? Yeah, but still. Most people like graphics. If you're doing competitive, you probably play something like CSGO or... I mean, I don't know. Most people are in it for the graphics. You said once the requirements are growing because of the art style and stuff, but no, I never said that. I said the requirements are growing because there's more graphics. I mean, the graphics are more of a heavy technique, but art style doesn't have any of that. I mean, art style is everything in my opinion. So requirements are increasing because we're changing technology. But that's basically it. Art style has nothing to do with it. If they want to have an art direction based around ray tracing, well, that's whatever. Their thing. But requirements are increasing because of the new technology. Next-gen games are competing for the worst optimization. Yeah. So, games are harder to make, and we have less time, and the developers have less time to finish them. What could go wrong? And they are firing all the QA departments. Yeah, that's fine. I don't think any problem would happen with those games. Yeah, this also looks great. Oh, this is out of the objective. Oh, Jesus. Control did that well, in your opinion? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Control just committed to one art style and roll with it. I mean, Control has very good ray tracing because it's always like closed out environments. It rarely goes into an open area that is not like indoors. So they actually said, okay, we want ray tracing, let's do a closed environment. Or maybe they were just lucky, it was an afterthought, who knows. But that game has working ray tracing because of that. They are very compressed environments. Okay, some drops into the 50s there, no big deal. And they're dead. Metro Exodus RTGI is unmatched. Yeah, I agree. That game is insane. They should fire QA people if they pre-order and become QA for free. Exactly, exactly. We don't need QA. QA is the people that pre-order. I mean, I'm basically free QA for these people. Although, now that I get PC codes... Whoa, it crashed. Vulcan... Okay, it crashed. Great. That is the message that I got when I selected the X12. Oh well, maybe it was because I was changing settings, who knows. We're living in an age where LEGO games look and run better than the next gen games like Forspoken. Forspoken. Okay. Bots feel like your daddy is coming. Why? Our daddy. Oh, my bad. Your. You should try Battlefield games? Yes, I will. I will do that. Yeah, those are in the pipeline. I'm doing, what's the name of this? Starting from Battlefield 3 because the other ones are not in the store. Also, Bad Company 2, I'm not sure if it's still playable in single player. We'll see. This and Jedi Survivor came from different devs. Yeah, exactly. This is DICE, people behind Battlefield. Survivor is Respawn, people behind Titanfall 2 and a few other games. And Apex Legends. Yeah, I think Bad Company 2 got removed. I think you cannot buy it anymore, despite having a campaign. But if you already own it, I think you can play the campaign, actually. Oh yeah, sorry, AndyNet. Yeah, I was saying that I'm basically free QA for them, but at the same time, I get review codes from them, so they're actually spending money when they give me a review code. So, for example, I don't know, I got a code for Redfall, and when I activated the code, I requested the code, they gave it to me, and when I activated the code, it was like the right edition, which is the edition with all the DLC and stuff, and I'm like, why they give me this? I just wanted the standard edition. And I look at the price, it's like a $80. No, not the music. So I was like, is this $70 to $80 edition? So what the hell? Why did they give me all the DLC? So it's like, okay, whatever. Let's go. So they're actually spending money there, but it's probably barely... Okay, multiplayer apparently works. Let's see if we can find any match. You're more like negative reception though if the port is bad. Like most people, your videos can expose the flaws. Yeah, but if I expose the flaws, it's easier for people to say, hey, this thing is broken, X, Y, and Z are broken. And sometimes I join it on Discord and I report the bugs myself. Okay, there's people playing. Huh. It just finished the match, but awesome, we can play multiplayer. Awesome. They spend in just space backup copy. Yeah, maybe, but still. That's still something of value that they provided in that case. Yesterday there was nobody playing multiplayer. Apparently the servers were back up, and here we are. Yeah, a new Batman game will be nice. They screwed up so badly. I need to do a Batman franchise video as well on the Steam Deck. Sucks that the Battlefield franchise with the best campaign is locked to 7th gen. Do you mean Battlefield Bad Company 2? Okay, when is the next match coming? Come on. Next match. No, I don't want to quit. Why do you need new if there's 3 old? What? What do you mean? Review samples must come from marketing budget. Yeah, basically. But they're still spending money. They're giving me something of value. That's why I always say, hey guys, I got a sample from blah 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 blah. Although it's pretty funny because since I say what I think, I don't know why they still give me review samples. I'll take them. But most of the samples I got this year are negative, super negative. And I go to Steam and I put a negative review that gets a lot of X amount of people found this review funny. So, and they still give me code. I'm not complaining. I'm fine with that. At the same time, feels a little bit weird. That's maybe because I don't have a million subs. That's probably the reason. Because in that case, it will be very easy to notice. Will you try the ROG Ally? At the moment, I don't plan on doing so. It depends if he arrives in my country. It's pretty difficult. That's start 2. PlayStation will never give you a sample. Yeah. PlayStation never answered my emails. I emailed PlayStation quite often. And I never got a code for anything, which is fine. Nobody owns me a code. Okay, finally multiplayer, yay!
Emperor Palpatine is here.
Han Solo is defeated. Oh no! Oh, I almost threw a grenade there. Gracias, Gonzalo Meta. ¿Todo bien? What is this? Sniper? Hell yeah. I'm a fan of snipers. Hopefully I don't die in the process though. Guys, in multiplayer it's fine actually. What the hell? So it was the bots in the local multiplayer that were killing my frame rate. Good to know. Oh man, I miss playing this multiplayer so much. Boom, headshot. Uncap it will hit 100 FPS. No, it won't. The CPU wouldn't like that. But I might do it in a moment. Allow me a second. Once I die, we'll get there. In the game, not in real life.
Palpatine has joined the Imperials. We must be cautious.
But these 2 atoms. Oh. Okay. Uncap the frame rate, as promised. Yeah, that shiny floor. It looks like GTA San Andreas realistic mods. Wet floors everywhere. Yeah, I do not recommend unlocking the frame rate this time. I mean, the limit of the Steam Deck screen is 60 Hz, first of all. You will use more power, which is not needed. And the CPU, the game feels more inconsistent. Feels more responsive and more inconsistent. When you look back at Cyberpunk with the current state of games, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was bad. The thing is, we got burned so many times that we got desensitized, and it's acceptable now. That's the issue. So Cyberpunk was bad. The thing is, it got so bad recently that Cyberpunk seems like child's play in comparison. When we talk about bad PC ports, I mean. Bad PC ports. Unfinished games, better said. Oh, I cannot see anything. It's fun to see those higher FPS. Yeah, but still. The Dark Pictures anthology games are somehow on Nintendo Switch. What? What? How? Well, it's Unreal Engine, I guess. I don't know how to roll. This is crouch. I can do this. So much chaos. They run 24 FPS on the Switch, really cinematic. Well, they're mostly... makes sense. They're mostly interactive movies. At least the first 2 or 3 ones. Yeah, Theo's gift. The quarantine thing is an excuse now. But remember that some places are still kinda locked down. But not where these games are coming from. I guess they can blame the war now. In some places it makes sense, but like the Stalker 2 developers, those I understand, or the Metro developers. But then, I don't know. I mean, it takes some time. It was kinda done in 2020. Yeah, in mid 2022 was like that. The thing is, development takes so long that it takes longer to recover from those losses, I guess. So it should stabilize in a year or two, I guess. Doom Eternal on Switch, yeah, that was insane. I saw that. It looks incredible, considering it's a Switch in the small screen. I tried on a Switch Lite. It blew my mind. It ran on the Switch. Although the resolution is so low, it's kinda crazy that you can actually have a good experience. Phoenix, saludos.
Command post Ark has been captured.
Oh no, I'm screwed. The Steam Deck really shines in Heroes vs Villains. What is Heroes vs Villains? Is that a mode that I'm missing?
Secure and defend the positions marked.
No, you don't. Anybody else? I have a free rocket.
We're securing Besh. We've secured Besh.
That's so cool. If I died using the jetpack, it goes like, "Ugh!" Hang on, let me equip a card. I forgot I have cards in this game. Gain a small amount of health? Sure. I don't have points for that, or do I? Unlock? I have 2 skill points, why can I? Oh, okay. Collection menu. I cannot go there. That's fine. Let's be an officer. No, let's be a heavy. Brian, ¿cómo andás? ¿Mirabas 750 Ti o 1050 Ti? You should check out Vanishing of Ethan Carter on Switch. That game looks amazing. The thing is, I don't have a Switch anymore. I'm so in love with the Steam Deck that my Switch is not mine anymore. Those are normal classes. Yeah, I know.
Rapid fire, ready to go.
Ah, 4 normal classes. Okay, gotcha. Oh, so close. So you won't play the new Zelda? I'll play it on an emulator. With my legally owned Switch, of course. That I don't own anymore. Yeah, I'll just go to the hack Switch that a friend of mine has, and in that hack Switch that a friend of mine has, well, in that Switch I'm going to dump the game and put it on Yuzu or Ryunix and try it on my 5900X with a 2070 Super.
We must be cautious.
I'm going to do that. Like that guy looking back at me. This origin broke for you today? Yeah. But now it works. Took a few hours, but here we are. A few minutes to come back. Yeah, no, that's not good. With an emulated Switch using an emulator, exactly. I dumped my Switch firmware on my computer and I emulated that Switch with an official firmware. And well, that's how it works. And I found a way. Hey, Joda! And I found a way to translated to my computer's firmware as well, and then I updated the BIOS to BIOS version 3.47. And once I went to 347, I had to go over the non-existent DRM. And after doing that and downloading 3 gigabytes of RAM, that did the trick. And I was able to play Zelda. Pretty wild. It's not running well on emulator, at least for now. For now. You said it. Would you ever be interested in testing Naruto Storm franchise on Steam Deck? Sure. I forgot that franchise. I forgot those games existed, actually.
All the command posts.
Also, guys, not sure if you ever owned a G502. I need to know if you own that Logitech G502, which is this mouse. I have this edition. If you owned it, have you ever had it double clicking? Because it's driving me nuts. I had it for like 2-3 years. I'm having double clicks. And it's I'm super annoyed. Did you guys run into double clicking with G502s? I'm worried because I have 2 of them. This is on the streaming PC, and the other one is on my gaming PC. A moron will always be a moron? What? I love that people are trashing each other on the chat. That's hilarious. True gaming mouse is office mouse with 3 buttons. Yeah, well, that's true. But I like the G502. It fits perfectly in my hand. I mean, look at this. Look at this marvelous fit. It's amazing. Like, you press it once and it clicks twice? Exactly. I cannot even drag on Premiere Pro. I try to drag and it stops. It selects everything. Logitech, oh boy, Logitech, you mean double? Yes, exactly. Double clicks. Double clicking is very common. Oh, no. Frick, dang it. Are you kidding me? You run into double clicking with your G502, same one you have there. No! You got a glorious model of wireless. Does it crash or anything? Naruto Storm games aren't verified on the Steam Deck. Well, this game is not supported, according to Valve, and I'm playing at 60 frames per second. Isn't that Windows mouse setup doing this? No, it's not. Trust me, I plugged it into the Steam Deck. I plugged it in on a MacBook, on my brother's MacBook. It does the same thing. Okay, so it's pretty common. Too bad. I guess I'll buy a new one. Well, there's now the G502X Plus. I bought that one without knowing. Hopefully that one doesn't double click. It looked badass, so I bought it. It should come in today in my mailbox. We'll see. The Logitech MX Master 3 might be an office mice, but it has been rock solid for me. I had that one as well, but it wasn't comfortable for me for gaming. So I used it when I had a job at TCS. I used to work at Tata Consultancy Services. And in that place, I used to do, while there was nothing to do, it was remote work. I was here either streaming or recording videos. And the MX Master 3 helped me because I could jump from the work computer to the recording computer. And it was great. But the thing is, after all that was over, it was a little bit too heavy for me. How much it costed? $160. Ugh. But it's wireless. Latency apparently is a non-issue right now. I didn't have any problems with wireless mice, at least nowadays. So yeah. G502 lasted me a decent while. I got it back on Black Friday for $25. Well, I got mine for $50 each. I cannot complain, really. I mean, in my country, $25 for a mouse like this. Sorry, $50 for a mouse like this. It's kind of crazy. Good value. Imagine Mortal Kombat 12 on Switch. Well, they might pull it off. Who knows? Okay, I defeated that plane. He just fell.
Position F is under attack.
I'm not landing. Okay, I'm landing a few shots. This might work. Yeah, no. 750 Ti, qué buen contenido Steam Deck, gracias. ¿La 750 Ti la tenés todavía? ¿O mirabas esos videos? MK12 will probably too ambitious for the Switch. Well, I mean, the fact that MK11 came on the Switch, that was kinda nuts in my opinion. Oh, I didn't see that there were enemies there. And this guy didn't notice me. I was trying to reload. Don't see it happening. I expect MK12 to be current gen only. What about Witcher 3 on Switch? That's impressive as well. Although we spared back quite a bit, but it makes sense, it's a Switch. But on the Steam Deck I can play the next gen version with better visuals. I'm so happy about the Steam Deck. I mean, look at what I'm playing. This is a portable machine. I plugged in a mouse and keyboard, yeah, but I mean, imagine you're on a plane and you can play this if you wanted to. That's insane. Or you can be in a, I don't know, anywhere. It just blows my mind. And it isn't even Windows, this is Linux. Which model of Steam Deck do you have? I got the 64 gig version, but I upgraded the SSD. I got a 1 terabyte SSD. And I put an SD card as well. But when I got it the first time, the 64 gig version, I got an SD card right away. Because I had... nothing fits in the 64 gigabyte version. But the SD card was pretty cheap. So while I was with the SD card, I saved up for an SSD. And now everything is great. Life is good. Would you be able to play on a plane if EA didn't force you to log into the EA app? Well, I still have internet on my phone. I can share it with my Steam Deck while they are not watching me. And as soon as I get into this game, I should be able to disconnect from the internet if I'm not playing multiplayer. So I could set it up like that, actually. Because I was offline and I was able to play single player. Because the EA app didn't work. So a trick that might work is that in the airport, you open the game, log in, go into single player mode, lock the screen, so it's in sleep mode, and when you're in the plane that you don't have internet, you can turn on the screen, it will say, hey, you're not connected, and you keep playing. SD card works well on Steam Deck, right? Yep. It's kinda crazy that it works so well. Loading times are longer. That's pretty funny. Thanks, Darth. Thanks, Mr. Bader. Mr. Bader. So yeah, it works well. Do you have this installed on the SD card? No, this is on the SSD, but that's just because I wanted to launch quickly. It's not because the game doesn't work. Hogwarts Legacy be less stuttery on the Switch. Yeah, also guys, is Hogwarts Legacy already out for the Switch and the PS4 and the Xbox One? I forgot that was coming to the Switch, really. I know it was delayed. Is the Steam Deck still worth it in 2023? I mean, Steam Deck 2, Valve already said that it's still a while behind. A year or two behind. The Steam Deck is only a year and so old, so... Valve still, I'll say, maybe in a couple of years or a year and a half, we're going to get another one. Maybe. It depends on what you want to play. I mean, if you're looking to play the latest and greatest games, you can, but you have to do graphical sacrifices. Some cases, DRM doesn't allow you to play. You need to install Windows. But if you're playing games like from this era I mean PS4 era, it's actually pretty good. You can even play in Doom Eternal at 60 frames. I mean, you have so many games here. If you have a big backlog like I do, although my situation is different, I have hundreds of games on Steam. I mean, yeah, for the backlog it's great. I've been playing BioShock, I've been playing Prince of Persia, I've been playing Jedi Fallen Order. How is he still alive? What the hell? There we go. Break that guy. On June. Okay, they delayed it again then. I cannot wait to see how it runs on the Switch. If it runs. I'm terrible. Dead. Reduced to atoms.
The Emperor is now personally overseeing the battle.
Okay, I'm getting the hang of it. Not Luke, you're not going to survive this. See, the most impressive port was Rise of the Tomb Raider on 360. Yeah, I remember that. That was insane. I remember it was an Xbox One exclusive. And it came out on the 360, and it looked good on the 360 actually. I don't know how they pulled that off. Titanfall on 360 also was nice, although it didn't look as good in comparison to Rise of the Tomb Raider, but it's a different style of game. But I remember people back then were like, but the game looks the same. Why do we need new consoles? The game looks the same. Yeah, that was funny. People back then were not as aware. I remember computers were so freaking ahead of the 360, it was ridiculous at that point. It was like a budget computer gave you 1080p in games that the 360 ran at 720, and it was double the frame rate. Good times. Okay, they finally killed me. Please come back home, Mom. That's funny. No, I'm not coming back home, mother. Darth Vader. Mr. Vader! If you say it very quickly, it sounds like, well, you know, Mr. Vader, Mr. Vader!
These are the fruits of treason.
Die! Revisiting 360 PS3 gen is difficult as hell with the jaggies and low res. Yeah, but the games that have PC ports of that generation are great. Well, many ports are garbage, but visually it's easier to get back to them. Haha. G to turn off the lightsaber? I don't believe you. Oh yeah, it's true.
Today we will teach them fear.
It was fun while it lasted. Me paso. Sí. Always. Average FPS is also like sub 30 on PS3 in many games. Yeah, that was the generation of sub 30 games with heavy screen tearing. But I love when I can play older games at 4K. It's cool as hell. Makes it less terrible, but PS5 has no backward compatibility. Yeah. Yeah, and so many mods. I mean, I've been playing older games with mods. The guy that made the RE4 HT project, that guy made a free mod. And it was crazy.
What is there in danger? Cannot hide.
You have PlayStation or Xbox? I had both. I had a PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4. I skipped the PlayStation 5. And I had a Series S to cover on the channel, but then I got a job and I was like, okay, I don't have time to cover consoles. But I never had a Series X. But my main console was mostly the Wii. After the Wii, I got the PlayStation 3. But I got the PlayStation 3 like in 2012. I got it pretty late. It was still the big console at the time. I got the slim version. And then I got the cheese grilled version. The one that the super slim PlayStation 3. Would immediately be a much better game with Vader. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, it's the baddie, so maybe there's a future way to do it. Well, I remember in the first level in Force Unleashed, you were Darth Vader. It was pretty badass for an opening. Yoda, come back here!
We've been joined by Boba Fett.
Dead, reduced to atoms. Boba Fett came to the scene. Jesus. I sold the 3090, yeah, to a friend because I needed an injection of money back then because I was getting very few hours at my job. Now, luckily, things stabilized. But hey, I got a 2070 Super from him and he put some extra money and I got him the 3090. So I got the 2070 Super plus like 400 bucks. Which is fine. At least in my country it was an okay deal. And it's a friend of mine, so I'm not going to rip him off. And that helped me a lot, actually. I'm so bad driving this. Jesus Christ. What a mess. So yeah, I sold the 3090, but I have a 2070 Super, which is enough for my needs. For my streaming and rendering needs. And now I bought a $160 mouse because mine is double clicking. So, priorities. How old were you when you started your YouTube channel? I was like 19, I think, or 18. Yeah, it was 20. I mean, when I started doing quote unquote seriously, it was in 2014, so I was 19 years old. I'm 27 now. I'm old. Seeing those awful textures at 4K is quite something. Yeah, but you can download mods. Mass Effect, before the Legendary Edition, had insane texture mods. They were difficult to install, don't get me wrong. But even people did texture packs for the Legendary Edition. So you don't need to. Do you think Nvidia will do a super refresh of the Ada Lovelace with more VRAM? I don't think so. They'll probably do a refresh with more VRAM, but I don't think they'll call it super. I mean, if they call it super, it will be odd. Because super, I think, as a brand, is not as good as TI. I don't know. I notice that in my videos, if I have a super card, it doesn't get as many views. I don't know. Maybe it's not catchy. KOTOR and Dragon Age also have nice texture mods. That doesn't surprise me. 4660 Super. Oh! Need to see it happen again with current tech. Yeah. Same. Yeah, it would be nice if they put Darth Vader in Jedi Survivor in the prologue, and then you see what happens to your protagonist. It would be nice. Gracias, Brian. Camilo, señor. Soy de Uruguay, nunca fui a un país de habla inglesa, pero me encanta el inglés y lo practiqué desde que tengo 3-4 años. Y tal, gracias a las horas que le meto a YouTube haciendo videos hablando en inglés, empecé a agarrar pronunciación. Necesito práctica todavía, pero ahí voy. You have a Nvidia RTX 6000, 42 gigabytes. Okay, this level is way more demanding. Well, I'm CPU bound in this one actually. Huh, that's interesting. But finally one that it's a challenge to run properly. Jedi Templar. Nice name. But this map looks amazing. Well, in cases like this, maybe lock it to 40. Oh, he's behind me. How big do you think the 5090 will be? I don't want to imagine. What I'm concerned about is the power, apart from the price, the power consumption. That scares the crap out of me. And I hope it's a big jump over the 4090. I love that there's already rumors that the 5090 will be one of the biggest jumps in performance from one generation to another. I call BS. With such a high power usage, maybe they did such an efficient new architecture, but I don't know. What do you guys think? It would be nice, but I hope they do a refresh that uses less power at least. Oh, I cannot kill him on my own. Is Steam Deck getting regular updates? Yes. If you're on the preview, in the preview, you have stable, beta, and preview. If you're on the preview program, which is free, you can just enter in it in a menu. You get almost daily updates. It's nuts. When a game doesn't work, a new game for example, in a couple days Valve makes it work. I don't know how they do it. I mean, if the game doesn't have major problems, like Jedi Survivor. So the support for the Steam Deck is incredible. Thank you so much, 191 Desperado, for the $5 donation. He says, for the new mouse found my friend... for the new mouse fund, my friend. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That helps a lot. Believe it or not. I mean, when I do a live stream and it gets good views, I basically make maybe $3-4 if it's not a new game, like this one. So your $5 makes this live stream super profitable. So thank you so much, man. I appreciate it a lot. I mean, it seems like $5 is nothing, but to me at least it's a lot. Even if it's $1, it's a lot. You guys cannot imagine. Honestly, we'll say I don't upgrade PC because of power use, modern hardware. But I mean, what GPU do you have that you're so power conscious? Because yearly is not a big difference in price for the power, at least for me. Your laptop 1650 Ti consumes 30 plus watts in most demanding games, and you're getting billed for electricity mostly from the fridge. Can't imagine what it will cost to use 200 plus watts. Yeah, good point. Well, I forget that in other countries it's much more expensive. Well, in my country electricity is very expensive, but I live with my family. We're 3 people, so we split the bill when we can. Not that my brother and I have jobs, we can actually split the bill with my mother. No, you didn't upgrade for now. You're on a 1050 Ti. Well, still a great card. And ray tracing still needs a lot of polishing. And most of the times I turn off ray tracing. Most games don't do it in a meaningful way.
Clankers now control the
Will there be a 1670? I don't think so. I think the 16 series won't have any new cards. I'm guessing everything will be RTX. Hopefully we get a 4030. I mean, I even doubt if there will be a 4050. Oh god. Mr. Count Dooku. Doku? I remember in the past I couldn't say count because it sounded like a swear word in English. You know which one it is. Joe guess it. But it was pretty funny. The first time I said that in a video, people were like, why are you swearing? And it was like, I'm not swearing.
capturing.
I swear, I'm not swearing.
We're not giving any more positions to the settles. They have enough already.
But there was a fresh 1630. Yeah, but usually they put a low-end version years later. The 1030 came way after the 10 series was finished. Mr. Vader, Mr. Vader.
We're getting support from Master Kenobi.
Well, yeah, but that's not a swear word. La compré en Uruguay, Mati. Se la compré a alguien que la compró en Estados Unidos. No le gustó porque tenía una Switch destrabada y se la compré. Tuve una suerte gigante. Somebody from Uruguay is asking me, hey, how did you get the Steam Deck in Uruguay? Well, I got it because a guy bought it on the US. A guy from Uruguay. And that guy also had a hack Switch with basically any game he wanted. And he was like, no, I don't like the Steam Deck. I prefer playing Switch games, blah, 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 blah. I had unlimited Switch games now. And he was like, no, I didn't like the Steam Deck. I prefer the Switch. And I was like, okay, I'll buy it from you. Thank you, sir. And I got it used. It was basically brand new. He only tried Dark Souls 3 on the Steam Deck and basically sold it. Does the word Uruguay mean something? Soy Argentina, pero como acá no llega nada, me dio curiosidad. No, está bien, Mati, se entiende. Sí, en algunos locales las están vendiendo. Y están medias caras, pero están. Okay, Mati is not from Uruguay, he's from Argentina. Yeah, in Argentina, there's no way you're getting a Steam Deck. Maybe if you travel, but locally it will be impossible to get, I'm guessing. For the price it probably has. You guys don't have retailers selling them though? Nope. Retailers in Uruguay are basically places that import. There's a company that imports everything, and the retailers buy from that company. So prices are like 2 times what you get in the US or Europe. You are either a Mr. Vader or a Master Vader. I love that. I love you guys. Even in my country, Valve doesn't sell that, retailers still import. What's your country? Just a casual. What happens if you're Darth Vader? You're basically a killing machine. I kinda get him, the Steam Deck is kinda huge. Yeah, but still, I mean, the guy said that he preferred the games on the Switch. Which is okay, I get it, but still, it's... I mean, the main reason I like also the Steam Deck a lot, despite being a PC that I can do whatever I want in, what I like is that every game that I own on PC, on Steam, most of my library is on Steam. If I wanted to play Bioshock on the Switch, I have to buy it again. If I wanted to play Skyrim on the Switch, I have to buy it again. So if that guy, well, he has a hacked Switch, so he won't buy anything. But still, it's personal preference, I guess. And it doesn't require any particular technical knowledge to get some stuff going. So I think it's my profile. I'm a tech person. You play against PC players, right? Yeah. The Steam Deck is a PC. So I'm playing, it's basically playing on PC. The thing is, I'm using a mouse and keyboard. I plugged it in for the live stream reasons, so it's easier for me to get shots. Still, I miss, so imagine with a controller. Yeah, that guy is a casual gamer, yeah, that's for sure. And he also told me he has a newborn child. He was like 3 months old. So I guess he needed money as well. So I understand. If you have a kid, the Steam Deck will be more of a pain to set up. But for me, it was an absolute win. And for him as well. He got it for probably $400 and I paid like $800 for it. That, again, in Uruguay, that's not bad. It's double the price, but a retailer in Uruguay sells the Steam Deck like at $1,200. Which again, you don't get a laptop for that price that can run games as good on the Steam Deck. It's like over $1,300 in Uruguay for a good laptop that can run games like the Steam Deck. So it's actually a good deal in my country.
Grenade, make way. Covering fire. Go. Master Yoda's here.
Master Yoda is here. Imagine they made a mod, Baby Yoda is here. For the Republic! Oh, they're always behind me. Prices in there are crazy. Yeah, I mean, the thing is Customs loves taking money from us. So Customs, if you import something that is more than $200, it'll charge you 60% of its value. So if I bring in a Steam Deck for $400, Customs will say, oh, it's over $200. I need to charge you 60% of its value, please. So they will charge me 60% of $400, and they'll charge me an additional $200 for the guy that will know the price. For the guy that in Customs, which is called despachante de aduana, like a custom dispatcher, not sure how it's called in English, an agent that will go and tell you, okay, we'll charge you 60%. Let me see the value of this on the internet. So they open a web page and you have to pay $200 for that. So to sum up, you have to go to Customs, pay $200 to the guy that looks it up on the internet to see the price. You have to pay $400 for the Steam Deck, and then you have to pay for shipping, and then you have to pay 60% of $400. So it's cheaper to buy it from a retailer. Because a retailer will get it from a company that imports them, and you get the warranty as well. Your G903 double clicks. Dang it, man. Is this a Logitech issue? Am I getting a G503X? Am I getting double click on that one? I didn't see which switches it uses. Do you guys know? Do you know if the G503X Plus has double clicking as well? I'm now afraid. I might ask for a refund if that's an issue. And get something from another company. Maybe. I think Razer also has that issue. I had a Death Adder like a decade ago that double clicked, but in the second month, so I got a refund. So I don't know which other company for mice I can trust. I'm paranoid now. My country is facing inflation like crazy since 2018. For a small reference, I got a new PS4 in 2015 for half the price of a currently used PS4. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense that with inflation that happens. Which was your country again? I didn't read it. Ah, you're in Pakistan. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, it's like in South America, the example of that is Argentina. But before Argentina has had the issues they had now, we had that issue in Uruguay with the economy. So now we're having good days in Uruguay, basically. We're having better economy, so we can afford things better. Because I paid $160 for the G503X, and I'm getting it today. But in the past, and in the US, I think it's $150. In the past, it would have been like $300 in Uruguay. So I don't know how we got mice for such a price nowadays. Oh! That drone is destroying me. That bot. Wow, it's a person. Hello there. I would enable voice chat just to say hello there.
They're undisciplined. Use it against them.
Tough to be a gamer these days, yeah.
I don't like where this is heading. Let's find you a
Okay.
You don't need to be a Jedi to know what those droids are up to.
Is newborn child definitely going to judge him in the future? He tried to switch over a Steam Deck. Yeah, imagine if you find out when you're a teenager that your dad bought a Steam Deck
Destroy our ship.
and he had a hack switch and he sold it a week after he was born. I would be pissed. Yeah, the cost of everything sucks, yeah. In most places it does. Why some troopers are with Yoda and Jedis? I don't know. Well, maybe they are clones, right? I don't remember the story.
At all cost.
¿Trabajas en algo de IT? Sí, soy tester de QA. Soy un VR AR QA tester. What's our country is dealing with currency devaluation? Yeah, just like Argentina. One is now about 3 times the price it used to be. A dollar is now 3 times the price it used to be in 2018. Well, you're fine. I mean, it's a lot, but think about it this way. I was last year in Argentina. I went to visit because everything is cheap due to the economy being pretty poor.
Capturing the objective.
And each dollar was like 250 Argentinian pesos. So $1, 250 Argentinian pesos. Less than a year later, today, is 400 Argentinian pesos. So it doubled in less than a year. And it's going up very quickly. So yeah, Argentinians are having a bad time. Uruguayans like me, which is next to Argentina, we can cross over to their country and buy everything cheaper. Which is a plus, but I feel bad each time I do it. Because everything is so cheap, it's ridiculous. I can eat so much food in Argentina. I can just go to Argentina and buy like sushi like crazy, and it's cheaper than in my country. Yeah, when I go to Argentina, I eat sushi. It's awesome, it's so cheap. And also, you can buy plane tickets for cheap in there. So if you're flying somewhere, you can get the plane tickets cheaper by buying them in Argentina. But again, I feel bad because we make their economy worse by doing that. Argentina don't care economy, all they care about is Messi and the World Cup. Well, that's good, because it will be very depressed otherwise. I'm happy they won the World Cup. They deserved it. Do you see videos of Luisito Comunica? Yes, I watch him. It's been a while since I watched him actually. I'm a little tired of him because of the clickbait. Because I don't know, sometimes he does comparisons of products and he's terrible at it. The last thing he does is talk about the product. Or he makes a thumbnail and the thumbnail and the title say, oh yeah, look at X thing. He shows it like the first 2 seconds of the video and then it's about his life. So I think he got worse as years went on, unfortunately. I mean, I like his content, but I think it's a downgrade now. Have you ever heard of Karan Benchmarks? Yes, I follow him. He does similar content to mine. Well, yeah, similar. I don't remember which graphics cards he has, but I know he's also... I also follow Christo Gavadjab, actually. And I see that they usually share games between each other, which is great. They don't have to buy every game by themselves. So I'm happy. So yeah, current benchmarks, I've been there. Good stuff. I'm happy there is more benchmark channels. When I started, benchmark channels were absolute garbage. I remember that the FPS counters were like 2 pixels wide. It was so trash. Nowadays they got a lot better. I'm very happy that people are more interested in testing video games. When I started, it was garbage. It was terrible. I remember looking up how does the 750 Ti run, and the videos were terrible. So when I got the 750 Ti, I said, okay, I'll do the videos that I want to watch because this is garbage. That's why my channel exists, because I hated benchmark videos. Sid Worm Gaming, also good benchmark channel. Yeah, although his videos are more casual. I think it's more about his character than the games themselves. Although I don't envy that guy because he has so many GPUs. I had 5 GPUs and it was unbearable for me. So I don't know how that guy does it. I think 2014 was when they started 6 FPS videos. Well, that's the thing. YouTube, when I started uploading videos, the 6 FPS part was kind of broken. And without knowing, I was uploading 60 frames videos. So YouTube updated the videos later, so many of my videos were 60 frames. And people were accusing me of speeding up the videos to make it look better. So people that didn't know that there was a 60 frames video said, no, it doesn't run that well, you're speeding up the footage so it looks better. And I was like, no man, it's a 60 frames video. What are you talking about? It was so funny. Some people thought my videos were fake because they were very smooth. Zid Worms has a gamer girlfriend. I have one as well. Although she doesn't like being in the public. I remember when I met my girlfriend, it was like 4 months after knowing her, we started talking about gaming, and I didn't know. She told me when we first dated that she played The Sims, and I was like, well, okay, that's very normal. But then she told me, actually, I also like Sniper Elite 1, I like Hitman, I played a lot of GTA San Andreas, and I was like, please marry me! Yeah, she plays better than me on GTA 5, actually. He's like doing headshots each and every time. It's kind of crazy. He was like, yeah, I love Hitman. I was like, why do you say it so casually? Yeah, no, I never heard. I mean, I don't know. I don't have friends that like Hitman. It was the first time in Uruguay somebody said, I love Hitman. Okay, why can't I respawn? Oh, maybe my character... Yeah, I think it bugged out. Ah, it's not EA. Okay, people are putting, I cannot respawn. Thanks, EA. Okay, so it's not me. It's the game. Thanks, EA. Your girlfriend is a femboy? What is that? Never heard that phrase before. I've never tried the Hitman game. Stealth in general isn't my thing. It makes sense. If you don't like stealth, you can play Hitman Absolution. It's more action focused. It's not as good. But, or the Hitman World of Assassination. Those have guided stealth, if you want to. But, yeah. Couldn't get into Dishonored for the same reason. Makes sense. If you don't like stealth, it makes complete sense, yeah. EA servers were literally down less than 2 hours ago. My squad's free, but not me. What kind of prison is this? People are hilarious. You're the OG from benchmarking y no sabía que eres latino. Gracias, Brian. Sí. Yeah, guys, I've been doing benchmarking since 2014. If you see my first videos, oh my. My first videos were like... small FPS counters, everything that I wouldn't do today. And I also did comparisons, if I remember correctly. I did a lot of stuff. My best video is the GTA 5 video. My best one. It has like 1 million views now on the 750 Ti. Yeah, for laughs, let's watch that. Hang on. Order YouTube videos by oldest. Because YouTube removed the sort by oldest. I don't know why they removed that stuff. Freaking assholes. Let me see how. Oh, I need an extension. Okay. Oh no, I don't need that. Sí, lo vi, and One Gaming, lo vi, sí. Thanks, Yoda, I appreciate that. Yeah, I use fraps sometimes as well. In Wolfenstein Old Blood, actually, I use fraps. YouTube says you can scroll to the bottom if you don't, if instead of using by oldest. Oh, man, how do I do it? Let me look it up on Reddit. Seed worm shall we catch phrase and your hello guys, we are live is awesome. Well, thanks man. I appreciate that.
Overwhelm them with clones on the surface so we can board that dreadnought and show them how it's done.
Extension. Okay, we're back. I want to be a Jedi. Oh cool, 22 days ago somebody made an extension to... Okay. Hopefully it's not hacked. Yeah, Random Gaming in HD. Yeah. I was starting where he started actually. I remember we had almost the same amount of subs and then he took off. It was awesome. He once was in my... Well, he was in my Cyberpunk 2077 stream from 2020. It was kinda nuts. The server is dead again? Has to be a joke. But yeah, I remember Random Gaming in HD following my 750 Ti content. Yeah, great guy. One day if I go to the UK, I'll pay him a visit. If he wants to, of course. I'm not going to force him. I think. If he gets doxxed, I'm going to go to his house and say hi. Hi, I love your videos. Please open the door. I want to take some tea. Random Gaming in HD. Look it up on YouTube. It's a legendary channel. Yeah, people are still not able to respawn. Yeah, now it's shooting by itself. What the hell? Thanks, EA. Yeah, now I won't be able to respawn. That's fine. Let me see if the GROM extension works. There we go. Jesus, I cannot believe this. Look at this, guys. This is so stupid. Look at this. When I use the extension to sort by oldest, literally what the script does is scroll through my entire video thingy. It has to be a joke. It will take forever. I have over 3,000 videos. This is so stupid. Why do I post emotes instead of my text? What do you mean? You can do this in developer console in browser? Okay, I will do that. Oh wait, I know how to do it. I can enter my YouTube studio and look it up. Why am I wasting my time? Okay, let's sort them by date. See how easy it was? Okay, my first video actually is from 2010. It's Resident Evil 5 on a Celeron 420. A single core endeavor. So this is my first video, basically, with a 9500 GT and recorded with a phone. And it took like 5 minutes to load. And it was below 30 pretty often. Removed from the game for in idle, yeah, whatever. So yeah, this is this is my first video. Yeah, Windows XP, and it was a Dr. House background. Then I did the same thing with Assassin's Creed 2, and then I got a GTS 450. So I played Dirt 3, Battlefield 3, Arkham City, Sniper Elite 2. Although this was in 2011, I think. Let me see. Yeah, 2011, 2012. Yeah, this is when I wasn't doing it seriously. I started doing it seriously. See, there's no FPS counter. Because Fraps, I recorded this with Fraps. There was no FPS counter because Fraps didn't show it when I was recording. And I dropped frames. So I was like, okay, it's FPS with Fraps, 18 to 32. FPS without Fraps, 38 to 61. That was basically the way to do it back then. Then I got a 750 Ti. And I did Assassin's Creed 4. And here's when I started doing good footage. 720p. But look at this. The FPS counter is this tiny thing. This is the FPS counter. Yeah, the first video I uploaded ever is a Resident Evil 5 video. But look at it. This is my first benchmark. Serious benchmark. The FPS counter is basically 5 pixels. This is what I hated about the other videos. Then I found out how to make it larger. So I did Dead Rising 3, which was a terrible PC port, by the way. It was locked to 30, and now I made it with bigger FPS, which still is small, but much better. 2010, so you were like 14. Yeah, I was 14. In 2014, I was like 19. Well, then I did Shadow of Mordor. I redid the Resident Evil 5 benchmark video. So now it's Super HD. It was 1080p 60 frames. On the 750 Ti. Oh man. I was so satisfied when I played this. Well, this is the benchmark tool. Your basic Pentium dual core struggled to hit 16 COD 4. Yeah. Yeah, so at that point I started doing videos every once in a while. Then I did Far Cry 4, I upgraded my PC to an i3, and then it's when I started doing these thumbnails that I've been using ever since. That were basically always the same. And Dying Light, that was a big one. I remember Dying Light. Then I did a tutorial on how to put FPS in a screen looking big. So I did this tutorial. Wow, Riva Tuner looks so different. And there it was. This video has 1 million views. And the audio is you cannot listen to the audio. The audio is basically missing. It's so low. You play on an Athlon X264 and an 8600 GT. Good stuff. Yeah, I did a giveaway at 1,000 subs in 2015. What did I give away in 2015? That was like 8 years ago. It was only text. I didn't speak back then. Hitman Absolution, Supreme Commander 2, Thief, Murder, Soul Suspect, Deus Ex Human Revolution. Oh, this was a humble bundle thing. I did a giveaway back then. Yeah, I remember that. It doesn't even have 1,000 views. Yeah, there's people still playing it. Anyway, enough throwback. Let's go back to the game. Yeah, there's people playing right now, but keep in mind that this is Star Wars Day. Deus Ex Human Revolution was good, I agree. Great game. Well, Deus Ex Mankind Divided was one of the first AAA games I got a review code for, an early review code. I got it like a week early on PC, and basically nobody got a PC code. So it was like the reviewer said, yeah, we got a console copy, but not a PC copy. But they give the guy with 9,000 subscribers a PC version. But I waited for the game to release to... Whoa, what is this? Revive the Knight on Endor. What?
I'm requesting evac, but it'll take time to arrive. Watch the perimeter. Watch your backs.
You started a trend of giveaways? No, I didn't start the trend. I copied it from somebody else. Nowadays, though, giveaways are more difficult to do. There's lots of restrictions. But I remember when I got to 100k or 80k, I don't remember exactly. Yeah, I think it was 80k. I gave like $100 in games away. I remember now. I got a Steam card. I got Steam cards. I was giving away two $50 Steam cards. No, sorry, one $50 Steam card and two $20 Steam cards. Yeah, I gave away those. Yeah, it's dark AF. Reminds me of my childhood. Dark and confusing. Ha! It's giving you cut vibes. Yeah, it reminds me of... It just needs night vision. And it will be like... Modern Warfare 2019. Mankind Divided was a bad port. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I remember that the embargo restrictions were disgusting. I couldn't show anything. I couldn't show menus. I couldn't show a pile of books in a table in Jensen's apartment. I couldn't show Jensen's apartment. I couldn't show anything at all. It was... And if you wanted to publish the content, you had to send it to them first, so they verified that it was according to their embargo guidelines. So I said, you know what, I'm going to cover the game as soon as it comes out, and I'll be done with that. And it was a terrible port. Whoa. What the hell was that? Double audio? Where? Are you sure the live stream is not uploaded? It's not open in two tabs? It happened to me once. Yeah, Square Enix freaked out badly, but I got a free code of Mankind Divided when I had to buy games and didn't get any codes. I also got a code for... what else? I think it was Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I think. I don't remember exactly. Oh, it's a trap! You benchmark GTA 4 on Steam Deck 2? No, not yet. I wanted to do the GTA franchise, but I'm waiting for GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition to be affordable on Steam, because I don't want to pay a lot of money for it. But I was going to do the GTA franchise. Come on, I see you. You're right behind that tree. You don't fool me. LMAO. Oh, that's it. That is a person. It's not a... Okay, it's not a bot. So I'm now... one of the small guys. And we can see in the dark, actually. Interesting. I didn't know about this mode. I didn't know this existed. What the hell? It's so weird. There they are. Or not. Imagine GTA 6 on Steam Deck. Would be nice. What are the best looking console ports? Good question. There's so many ports though. By best looking, you mean graphically speaking, that they have a big upgrade over the console counterparts? Or best looking, you mean good PC ports? Yeah, this mode is interesting. Although it was kind of weird. I'm not complaining though. But I will do GTA 4 separately, so I don't have to wait for the people at Rockstar to do a discount on the definitive edition. Graphically looking console games. Well, one of the big ones was GTA 5, at least for me. It was a huge upgrade over the consoles when it came out. Then, hopefully I'm not missing... I mean, GTA 5 is a PC game, but it took a few years to come. GTA famous for bad optimization. Yeah, GTA 4 is terrible. On the GPU side, it's very cheap for the GPU. The thing is that the game doesn't properly use the CPU. So I found that the best way to run GTA 4 is to the draw distance sliders, keep them at the default, so it looks like a 360 draw distance. And that should give you a decent experience. If you crank up the draw distance to the max, you're screwed. I'm still thinking about console ports. There's so many. I forgot. Let me think. There has to be. It's been a while since I played a console port. Well, Max Payne 3, but I'm not sure if that's considered a PC port. So I'm confused. Okay, nobody else is playing. I think the servers kick everybody out. You need 17 more players. Well, screw it. Last of Us Part 1 looks incredible too. Yeah, but it also looks good on... It's not a big upgrade over the PS5. Even on the highest settings. Okay. Oh, it's been 2 hours. What the hell? I've been here forever. Okay. I had enough of EA shenanigans. So guys, best settings in my opinion: native resolution, high textures, ultra texture filtering, advanced IO, high meshes, everything else on medium, and you have 40 to 70 FPS, depending on what's going on in multiplayer. And due to CPU limitations, you're going to run into drops in certain multiplayer matches. So you cannot really do anything about it. The only thing you can do there is lock it to 40. But I think leaving it at 60 is fine. If you want a few extra frames, lower the resolution scale to like 90%. Well, Red Dead 2 looks a lot better, yeah. But it runs great on the Steam Deck, despite Valve saying it's not compatible. It says unsupported. That's not true. It works. Just use Proton Experimental. And well, Cyberpunk. Yeah, Cyberpunk with path tracing. Assassin's Creed Unity. Yeah, but it wasn't it's a huge upgrade actually with the better shadows, but still. Batman Arkham Knight was a downgrade at first. It didn't have ambient occlusion on PC. But now it's fixed. So yeah. Whatever happened to the Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake? It has such a bad reception with the trailer that I think they throw it into the bin. It's on development hell, yeah. So anyway, that's it for now. Happy Star Wars Day. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream as much as I did playing Battlefront 2 and, well, Force Unleashed 2. And I'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Love you all. See ya next time in Santiago.